When I was 16 years old, I used to be significantly overweight. I was about the same weight as I am today, but I was 6 or 8 inches shorter, so I was in the overweight or maybe even borderline obese range. And I started to clean up my diet. I started with a drinking problem that I had. I used to drink a lot of soda. I've since cleaned up my beverage habits significantly. I quit drinking soda. I started drinking beer occasionally, actually. My drinking habits have significantly changed since then. But I've noticed that some people will tell me that one of the most comical things I can see about healthy eating is I'll see somebody eating something that they know they shouldn't be, so I kind of refrain from talking to them, even if they ask me about healthy eating, because I know they're not going to be happy listening to it while they're drinking a soda, but they still ask me anyway, and then they say they only drink soda occasionally, and then I look down at their waistline, and in my head I'm thinking, well, how's that occasionally working for you, And then I watch them for a few more hours, if it's a party, or if it's somebody who's more or less in my permanent social circle, I might watch them for a few more days or a month. And then I realize that occasionally basically means every occasion that they can think of. Today they have a stressful meeting at work. Tomorrow they get into a fight with their spouse. The day after that, their kids get in trouble at school. Well, and occasionally that happens. Occasionally this happens, and before you know it, every day's an occasional day. But I think every day should be enjoyed. That's why I think every day is a good day to be eating healthy. But part of the problem is how much priority people are willing to put into it. I used to live in a place that would be considered a food desert by FDA standards. See, they consider it a food desert if you don't own a car or you couldn't reasonably drive in the area, and the nearest grocery store is more than a mile away. So they consider that a food desert. And for a good part of my adult life, I have lived in situations like that. And I've always managed to eat healthy, which is because I put a high priority to it. I know some people who will literally spend many hours in front of the TV. I mean, what is the national average? I think 4 hours a night in front of the TV. And then there are people, sometimes by not eating healthy, you're wasting more time because so many people have insomnia. They don't eat healthy, so they end up spending 5 hours in their bed tossing and turning, and that's just a big waste when they could be spending that 5 hours walking to the grocery store, getting healthy food, bringing it home, cooking it, and eating, and still have time left over. And I had, when I was working on my undergraduate studies, I had a professor who used to drink Diet Coke just out of a 2-liter bottle without a care in the world. I don't think he realized it was a problem until very recently, but he put so little priority to it. I watch his website sometimes because he and I both work on a problem called Ramsey Theory, and it just seems like he has other priorities in his mind. And I realize priorities are what gets things done, because right now, I love my writing computer games. I like to view outer space. I just showed you guys some pictures that I recently taken. And for a time, I had a girlfriend, and I often wouldn't have energy to go see the girl after work. But if Saturn was in opposition, if full moon was out, oh my God, it could be 3 a.m. and somehow I'll just summon the energy to go do it. And it's a matter. That's just one very minor example. The more extreme example is how far I'll go to maintain my healthy eating. When I was traveling, I have language barriers. I speak Chinese, but I don't read the Chinese characters. And I'll go to a supermarket, and I won't be able to read the food ingredients, and I'll ask people there. And some people will think that's going a little bit too far. They don't want to be bothered with asking people. I don't see it that way. I want to socialize with people. The whole point of going to Taiwan is to make new connections, Or worse yet, when I go to a country where I can't even speak the language. When I was in Poland, and I had a little trouble with reading food ingredients. I had days when I was in Poland where I walked tens of miles just to find food. But guess what? I need to connect with people anyway. To go around asking if people speak English, or to even learn a few Polish words. And it's a matter of priority. For some people, when they go to Poland, all they want to do is to lay in bed watching TV. They want a 5-star hotel room. See, I don't want to do that. I actually want to meet people when I go to Poland. The 5-star hotel room would just totally destroy the purpose of going there. And the point I'm trying to make is that you have to understand why you're eating healthy. There are a few reasons I can think of when people ask me why I want to eat healthy. I know this is going to sound weird, but when you eat, people think healthy food tastes bad, right? They think it tastes like cardboard. To an extent, there are two ways of looking at it. It tastes bad, but it makes everything taste good. When your taste buds are destroyed by soda and trans fat and MSG and salt, yeah, healthy food will taste pretty rotten. But when you start eating healthy foods and you can start tasting the subtle differences in food, you will be amazed how much you'll enjoy your taste. See, I wake up every day looking forward to eating every day. I didn't do that when I used to, 16, 17 years ago, when I used to drink soda. When I travel, I look forward to how I'm going to interact with people to look for food. It's kind of like some people who have medical problems. I used to have a friend who had hemophilia, and he needed to inject stuff all the time. It's a high priority for him. He could die if he doesn't get his injections. And so when he travels, his travels revolve around that. My travels revolve around how I'm going to find healthy food, because I really enjoy how I'm enjoying my taste buds. The extra 5 or 10 years of life expectancy is more of a bonus for me. It's a matter of priorities. Yes, there are some people who are more deserted from food than other people, but it's still a matter of priorities, in my opinion. Especially in a nation where the average person is watching 4 hours of TV every night. They should really be starring in their own reality TV show of living healthy. Thanks for watching.